Thyrogenology. The active form of testosterone in accessory sex glands is dihydrotestosterone. Dihydrotestosterone is the active form of testosterone in accessory sex glands. Which of the following is used as flushing medium for embryo collection? Dulbuco phosphate buffer saline. Dulbeco phosphate buffer saline is used as flushing medium for embryo collection. The Dulbeco phosphate buffer saline. The first successful embryo transfer was performed by Walter Heap. Walter Heap performed the first successful embryo transfer, and the first successful artificial insemination was in 1951. The first successful embryo transfer was by Walter Heap. And which of the following hormones are used for superovulation? Equine, chorion, gonadotropin for superovulation. Equine supergonadotropin superovulates. Superovulation is by equine, chorion, gonadotropin. The dose of pregnant mare serum gonadotropin for superovulation in cattle is 2000 to 3000 international unit. 2000 to 3000 international unit is the dose rate of PMSG pregnant mare serum gonadotropin for superovulation in cattle. Following is disadvantage of pregnant mare serum gonadotropin. Long biological half-life is the disadvantage of pregnant mare serum gonadotropin, and its dose rate is 2000 to 3000 international unit in cattle for superovulation in cattle. But the disadvantage of pregnant mare serum gonadotropin is its long biological half-life. The total dose of follicle stimulating hormone for superovulation in large animal varies from 400 to 600 mg. FSH can be 400 to 600 mg for superovulation in large animals, and large biological half-life is of pregnant mare serum gonadotropin. 2000 to 3000 international unit is the dose rate of pregnant mare serum gonadotropin for superovulation in cattle, and equine chorion gonadotropin is used for superovulation. The pregnant mare serum gonadotropin is used at 2000 to 3000 international unit for superovulation in cattle, and this disadvantage of PMSG is its long biological half-life. Total dose of follicle stimulating hormone for superovulation in large animals varies from 400 to 600 mg. The pH of flushing medium for embryo flushing should be 7.2 to 7.6. Slightly basic is the pH of flushing medium for embryo flushing. For embryo flushing, we need the medium of 7.2 to 7.6. The holding medium for embryo contains 0.4 BSA bovine serum albumin is at the ratio of 0.4% in holding medium for embryos, and 7.2 to 7.6 is the pH of flushing medium of embryos. 0.4% BSA is for holding medium of embryos, and the flushing medium for embryo flushing contains 0.1% BSA. 0.1% BSA in flushing medium and 0.4% bovine serum albumin in holding medium, and the pH of flushing medium should be 7.2 to 7.6. Holding medium contains 0.4% BSA and the flushing medium contains 4.1% BSA. Fish look vulva condition of female is intersex. Fish look vulva condition of female is intersex. Fish look vulva. The vulva shape is fish look like, and it is the intersex. Giemsa staining is used for acrosome reaction test. Giemsa stain is used for acrosome reaction test to check the acrosome reactivity. The staining is Giemsa staining. Which of the following antibiotic is routinely used? Tris diluter. Streptomycin sulfate is a routine tris diluter. The tris diluter and for an antibiotic is the streptomycin sulfate. Cytoplasm of sperm cell is located in mid-piece. Cytoplasm of sperm cells is located in mid-piece. Important question. Mid-piece has the cytoplasm in case of sperm cells. Optimum time to inseminate an Eve is towards end of estrus. Mare inseminated at end estrus. At end estrus, mare is inseminated. Optimum time to inseminate swine is first or second day of estrus. At first or second day of estrus, swine is inseminated. At end of estrus, mare is inseminated. Optimum time to inseminate Eve is end of estrus. At end of estrus, Eve is inseminated and swine is inseminated at first or second day of estrus. Site of semen deposition in mare is uterus. At first or second day of estrus, swine is inseminated and towards end of estrus, Eve is inseminated and swine is inseminated at first to second day of estrus. Site of semen deposition in mare is uterus and cervix is, and the semen is deposited in cervix in cattle and buffalo. Approximate number of females which can be bred with an ejaculate of bull is 700. 700 females can be bred with an ejaculate of a bull. 700 females can be bred with an ejaculate of a bull. Liquid semen is of bull can be stored for 96 hours. Liquid semen is of bull. Liquid semen of bull can be stored for 96 hours. 48 means 2 days and 72 means 3 days. 4 days and 96 hours, I do not know the days, it will be 5 to 6 days. Can be 6 for 96 hours. 4 hours less than 100 hours. Liquid semen of bull can be stored for 96 hours, approximately 100 hours. Number of semen collections per week in a bull should ideally be 2 to 3. We can take 2 to 3 ejaculates from a bull per week. 2 to 3 ejaculates per bull per week. In goat, artificial insemination is done in the external os of cervix. External os of cervix is the place of insemination in goats. The external os of cervix is the place of insemination. Post-estral bleeding is seen in cow. The ideal number of sperms per insemination should be 0.5 to 1 million. 0.5 approximately 1 million should be the ideal number of sperms per insemination. 0.5 to 1 million per insemination. The respiratory coefficient is lowest in semen of cock. Respiratory coefficient is lowest in semen of cock. The ideal intercalving period in crossbred cows should be 12 months. Barium chloride test for pregnancy diagnosis is not reliable in animals that fed primarily on pasture. Barium chloride test for pregnancy is not valid for animals who are fed primarily on pasture. Barium chloride test for pregnancy diagnosis not reliable in animals that are on pasture. Pasture-fed animals has not valid barium chloride test results. Kuboni test is a chemical method of pregnancy diagnosis in mare. Mare can be diagnosed as pregnant or not by a Kuboni test. Kuboni test is chemical method for pregnancy diagnosis in mare. A hormone detected in a mare for pregnant a hormone detected in pregnant mare, which can be used for pregnancy diagnosis by injecting into immature rat, is the equine chorion gonadotropin. Equine chorion gonadotropin is a hormone that is detected in blood of pregnant mare, which can be used for pregnancy diagnosis by injection into a mature rat. Equine chorion gonadotropin can be injected into rat to check that the mare is pregnant or not. Age of puberty in mare is 15 to 25 months, approximately 2 years. 2 years is the age of puberty of mare, and its gestation is of 12 months 12 days. In which species unfertilized ova is retained in the oviduct for several months? In equines, unfertilized ova is retained in the oviduct for several months. Equine can or mare can retain unfertilized ova for months. In which species prostaglandin secreted from uterus reaches ovary via general circulation? In equine, prostaglandin secreted from the uterus, the prostaglandin of uterus or uterine prostaglandin reaches ovary via general circulation. It's a property of equine that the prostaglandin secreted from uterus can reach ovary via general circulation. Enucleation of corpus luteum will not cause abortion in mare after 3 months. After 3 months, enucleation of corpus luteum will not cause abortion because thus there is another source of progesterone in female, that is the placenta. The placenta secretes progesterone that retains the pregnancy whether the corpus luteum is present in the ovary or not. So the enucleation of corpus luteum or within that is on the ovary will not cause abortion in mare after 3 months because of the presence of progesterone secretory organ, the placenta. Fetus of equine can be balloted at 100 days, approximately 3 months of pregnancy of equine. Its fetus can be balloted or palpated within the 3rd month of pregnancy of mare or 100 days of equine pregnancy. It can be palpated.